The Netflix versus Paramount showdown is starting to look like an episode of Succession. Welcome to Smart Money, where we break down how wealth and business really work. Last week, Netflix announced a massive $82.7 billion deal to acquire Warner Bros. Discovery, including the studio and streaming assets. They offered $27.75 a share and planned to spin out the cable networks so Netflix could declare victory in the streaming wars and scoop up IP like Harry Potter and DC Comics. And for a second, it looked like it was in the bag, pending regulatory approval, of course. But then this week, Paramount mounted a $108 billion hostile bid to buy the whole company for $30 a share. But what exactly is a hostile takeover? Here's how it works. In a normal corporate acquisition, the acquirer approaches the target company and says to the board of directors, let's join forces. We'll pay you a fair price to acquire your company, either parts of it or the whole thing, and we both win because you get paid and we get to hopefully grow from this investment. So they negotiate terms, the board theoretically approves, and shareholders vote on the deal. In a hostile takeover, the acquiring company bypasses the board altogether and goes straight to shareholders. In the case of Paramount, the CEO David Ellison, son of Larry Ellison, calls the Netflix offer an inferior deal and potentially risky from a regulatory perspective. So he made a tender offer, which is an offer to buy shares directly from shareholders at a specific price. In this case, $30 a share in an all-cash deal. And if they get more than 50% of the voting shares, they gain control of the company, which would allow them to replace the board and approve the new deal. Hostile takeovers are relatively rare because they're risky and complex and expensive. But when they do happen, they're high stakes and full of drama. The Warner Bros. Board said they'll review Paramount's bid, but for now, they're pretty happy with the Netflix offer. But because boards are bound by what's called fiduciary duty, or an obligation to act in the best interests of shareholders, they have to at least consider the offer. But if they do change their minds, they owe Netflix a $2.8 billion breakup fee. This battle could reshape Hollywood for decades, and we're watching it unfold in real time. Follow us for more breakdowns of the biggest deals in business.